light, greater light. There is something telling me don't go for none of that no indoor program medicating me up, because they're going to try to take the seal off my head, huh? Do you have the seal of God, huh, on your forehead, huh? No, 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 no. All you religious followers, huh? Who've been studying the word of God, you could go ahead and keep talking about your riches and not being in a rut and all that you like that all your riches is gonna follow you to the kingdom of heaven, huh? All I know right now is right about now, as far as everything that's going down in Revelation, you best have you a seal of God on your forehead, huh? No, no, it don't go like that. That's just make believe, right? Huh? I say, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead, because since there's so much discrepancy with King James Version, I'm just going to ignore what they got in history about King James, huh? I'm going to ignore all that stuff they said about King James, huh? And I'm just going to go ahead and I want to follow the script, huh? And today I want to follow Revelations 9, huh? This is September 9th, huh? We is in the 9/11 phase again, huh? Yes, sir, huh? Who here with me? Ain't nobody here with me yet? Y'all don't want to talk about Revelations 9. I want to talk about Revelations 9 today. I want to get all into it. As a matter of fact, I want to believe on the word of King James Version, huh? Because I can't get to find all them other versions of the Bible. I can't get to this Dead Sea Scrolls, huh? I can only unlock what's in my blood and in my DNA, huh? That love and light. But just like there's love and light, there's two sides, maybe three sides, maybe four sides to every story, huh? Every story in the Bible, every story in the fairy tales, Peter Pan, all the different and many perspectives. And even though King James might have twisted and turned it and flipped it all he want to, I'm going to go ahead and say I want to feel comfortable believing in what the word of God says about God is coming back. And you need to have the seal of God on your forehead. What's your third eye open? Is your third eye the seal of God, huh? No, you don't know? Well, until I get some people coming in here with me, let me go ahead and just play my intro today. And my intro going to be click. Let's see. Oh, come on down. Y'all don't y'all do me like that. It look like they finna go ahead and start messing with my internet service or something. They say she don't get to play no intro. She don't get to play no intro. Y'all ain't gonna do me like that. Hold up. Let me get this fixed. Let me get this fixed for y'all right quick. Hold up. Don't play with me. Service was fine all this time. Now all of a sudden, the service don't want to work, huh? They say I can't preach out here. That's what you saying? I can't talk, huh? Oh, they cut down the whole system. They shut down the whole system. That's fine. That's fine. That's how y'all want to do me. That's all good. No, I don't want to sign into that one. Don't use this network. Huh? This is the network I want to use right here. If y'all not going to let me use the network, then that's fine. I don't need no intro music. I don't have to have intro. Huh? I bet you when God returns, whether it be green light, red light, did you know? Do you notice the rainbow around the throne coming didn't say it's a rainbow of many colors. This is a rainbow of emerald colors, all different shades of emerald, all shades of emerald. So when I be saying green light and people be like, let's talk about chakras in the heart chakra. The heart chakra, green, green, green like that love and light code, when the heavens open up and God is returning, it is gonna be a, a rainbow of emeralds. No, yeah, you could say yes, some red emeralds out there. Nah. This is all different shades of green, like the beautiful green grass. Photosynthesis green. The kind of green that feeds you and energizes you through the light of the sun, Yeah, that's right. But that's okay. They won't let me log in so I can read what I had pulled up about revelations and stuff. Let me see if it's still here, readable. Let's see. Oh, yeah. My phone's still holding on to the scripture, even though they shut down downtown's free Wi-Fi all of a sudden. I've been sitting over here for about an hour just enjoying the free Wi-Fi. Soon as I said I'm about to read about these locusts and stuff out of Revelations 9, we are September 9th on a holy Labrador Day. This ain't no Labor Day. It's a day for the dog working you to death like a dog, and you don't get to enjoy none of it, You pay it all back. They say you work 40 hours a week. Happy holy Labor Day to you. With what's her name? Ray Ramondo from Commerce. The Secretary of Commerce talking about with a workforce that looks like America, Happy Labor Day, because ain't none of that you working for gonna be able to go up to heaven with you, And you definitely, at your job that you going to, did they make sure you got the seal of God, the seal of approval on your forehead? People say you got to make sure your heart right, People say you got to go ahead and help the homeless and heal the sick and raise the dead. Ain't your works ain't going to get you into heaven. You got to have the seal of God. Did you know that? Did you know you got to have a seal on your head when them scorpions looking like locusts with horses come on down? When they come down, they not going to be able to hurt the children of God that got the seal on their head. I remember when something came out, I'm not going to mention the name right now, and I said, that's not for the children of God. Don't worry about it. Don't go trying to get vaccinated. They ain't going to mess with the children of God. Children of God ain't even want to listen, Now God got to do some whole pile of cleaning up out of people's systems and stuff. Ain't no herbs going to be able to do it. Only God going to be able to get that mess and junk up out of people. But now we in another phase in Revelations 9, where you going to have a seal for whatever research and development they got going on with locusts, that won't affect you, It ain't gonna hurt the children of God. I'm telling you again, like I said when the COVID came out. I just said the name, dang. You ain't gonna have to worry if you got the seal of approval, If the seal of approval is on your forehead, you ain't got to worry about what they finna do in the next coming months, okay? You believe me? You don't believe me? London, McLovin, Greater Light. Yolanda, Greater Light. Yolanda, you hanging over here because Red Squid done disappeared. Where is Red Squid, Where's Red Squid X? Along with Sally Sue. If I say Red Squid X, I got to say Sally Sue. But it's okay. Good to see you on over here. Look, 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 look. So I'm going to go ahead and ignore all the history that they got about King James, and I'm going to read the version of the Bible that I like right now, huh? Huh? The one that I want to believe in, huh? Let's see. The fifth angel sounded. This is September 1st. September 1st. The fifth angel sounded his trumpet, and I saw a star that had fallen from the sky to the earth. Now, it didn't say that the star did a whole pile of damage, right? We got falling stars all the time. But after October 4th, that same asteroid that they supposed to, okay, remember, October 4th at 2:20, the government is going to do their whole sound the alarm. Ring the alarm. They've been doing it too long. So they're going to do that whole 333 million phones going off and all these devices going off at one time, right? I wonder if it's going to activate all that lithium over there in Yellowstone Park. It's going to do something. They lying. The Bard said it ain't going to do nothing, but it's going to do something. Okay, I'm getting off the subject. So the star that they supposedly sending, NASA's supposed to be sending some type of probe out there to this asteroid that broke off from a planet that hit Earth supposedly and broke off the moon supposedly. Y'all know the story. Well, they supposed to go behind Mars. Mars supposed to be behind the sun on October 5th or something. It's supposed to go on the other side of the sun behind the moon somewhere. Something is supposed to be doing, but it's all connected to this September date, this due date right here. The fifth angel sounded his trumpet, and I saw a star that had fallen from the sky to the earth. The star was given the key to the shaft of the abyss. Copper Christ keep talking about the abyss and the labyrinth and the Leviathan. What? Look, 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 look. How the hell? Yeah, how the hell is a star supposed to get a key? So whatever they thinking about probing up there to this star that's supposed to go behind Mars, that's when they gonna be able to get in contact with it. That's the key? I don't know. I'm just trying to figure it out. It just looked like an interesting connection to this Revelations 9. I'm gonna stop at locust though, y'all. I'm gonna stop at locust. So September 2nd, when he opened up the abyss, smoke rose from it like the smoke from a gigantic furnace. The sun and the sky were darkened, and the smoke from the abyss. No, by the smoke from the abyss. By the smoke from the abyss. The only abyss that they talking about right now that seems to be significant is that Yellowstone has the more lithium than they ever imagined. Like they just finding it out. They just finding out that all the lithium powered devices that they need, they just finding out because the Indians or whatever they did, when they moved that protection in the federal government, the Supreme Court just did some type of lift where they don't protect the certain water faults in certain swamp areas and certain waterways. Yellowstone has waterways too. And they could consider Yellowstone geyser and stuff a waterway, but it's now not protected by the federal government so that they could go in and do what they needed to do. And they just finding out that all of Yellowstone is a whole big old lithium mine, huh? And it's steady earthquaking and erupting, ain't it? It's steady earthquaking and erupting. What are they planning, man? I wish I knew. I'm trying to figure it out. That's why I'm here doing this. I'm just trying to figure out some things. Okay, so look. And out of the smoke, locusts came down on the earth and were given power like the scorpions of the earth. Now, I'm in my mind saying, no, it can't be real scorpions coming down like that. It ain't really nothing coming out of the sky like that. Maybe, maybe not. So what I decided to do is go into all the different research and development simulations that they have going on in the government right now about locusts. So that's where I'm finna go. I'm stopping right here where the locusts came down. Nope, I don't want to stop right there. Let me go down a little bit further. They were told not to harm the grass. They said the locusts could talk, y'all. The locusts could communicate. Because God told I guess God told the locusts. God told the locusts, look, don't worry about eating no grass. Don't harm the earth. And don't even mess with the plants and the trees. Huh? But only those people who do not have the seal of God on their foreheads. God dog. Oh, do you have the light and love coming out your head? Huh? You have love and light coming out your forehead. If you don't, it's some doggone locusts about to be stinging the hell out of people. I don't know what kind of locusts that the government created, but they about to do it because they playing out Revelation on a daily basis. They is playing it out to the T. Everybody playing it out. Sudan, Saudi Arabia, every country playing out Revelation. So you got to believe, if you ain't got love and light sealed in your forehead, you about to be stung up by something, huh? Yolanda, sounds like electrical currents probably, huh? I know I'm turning off my phones on October 4th. Even if everybody else's phone going off, they done let me know what they finna do with some type of frequency. I'm turning off my phone. I don't care. They don't need to test to make sure nothing with me. Huh? I might go ahead and just hide them and put them underground somewhere until they finish. Huh? I don't want it next to my body. Because I remember my elementary teacher, she said one day the government will be able to turn on your phones and turn it off without your permission. And the young lady that I was walking with this morning, she said, I don't do Duo Google because they can access your camera and stuff without your permission. Like you could be being recorded, you don't even know. And we know they do that with the phones. But, it's getting a little deep and not scary. It ain't scary to me as long as you're prepared, huh? It ain't scary. But here, look. They were told not to harm the grass of the earth or any plant or tree, but only those people who do not have the seal of God on their foreheads. They were not allowed to kill them, but to only torture them for 5 months. So whatever is about to go down, it's going to go down for 5 months. I don't know if it's going to be the 5 months at the beginning of the year. They ain't specific here. King James wasn't specific. He had a lot of missing books. He has a lot of missing scrolls. Some all up in Dead Sea Scrolls, caves and stuff, and they still digging some out. So who knows? But it's going to be 5 months according to them. And the agony they suffered was like the sting of a scorpion when it strikes. I don't know what a sting of the scorpion is. I grew up around a lot of scorpions. Right there. That got to be the devil. I hope my internet didn't stop or this live stream didn't stop. Because I know that person definitely should know I'm live. And if he see that I'm live, he should be inside my comment section instead of dialing my phone knowing I'm going from the phone and not the computer. But that's okay. That's okay. Look. So, dang. Lost my thought. The grass, the sea, the scorpions, During these days, the people would seek death. Like oh, I was saying when I was growing up, my grandmother didn't have roaches. She stayed in a whole wooden house. And see, the wood that they used in Coconut Grove, those old wooden houses, the wood still stands today. And out of all the hurricanes that they came through the South Florida region, all of those houses, those same wooden houses still stand today. Now, that house, she didn't have problems with roaches and rats. No, she had a problem with scorpions. So sometimes when like we go to the bathroom, we would have to look down just to make sure ain't no scorpion around it. But I never got stung by a scorpion, so I don't know what the scorpion sting feel like. But obviously, it's gonna be 5 months of some scorpion stinging feeling to the people. And during those days, the people who don't have the seal and the light of love of God, they is gonna seek death, but will not find it. They will long to die, but death gonna run away. Death is gonna run away from them. The Navy veteran was talking to me the other day about death, and he said, people think death comes to them. He said death is around us all the time, every second, because we know the next second ain't promised. Death be right there waiting. Now, some people do elude death, but it was a whole bill that he did, and I listened, and it was interesting, but I just felt like bringing that topic up right now, just for that second. Now, let me go into what the government studies are with locusts. Oh, I should read 7. I'm going to read 7. The locusts look like horses prepared for battle. On their heads, they wore something like crowns. It says something like crowns. And crowns of gold. And their faces resembled human faces. So they had faces that looked like humans, bodies that looked like horses. They had something that looked like crowns, and they were able to torture those who don't have the seal of God on their forehead. All right. Now let me tell you what the government got going on with their studies on locusts, okay? And I went to Bing, I let Bing do all the dirty work for me today. Uh-oh, I can't get to it. Bing pushed me out. Because she said you have no internet connection. And downtown still acting funny. Like I said, they ain't had no problem until I decided to go live. They let me sit here and do all this research and development. And then they decided she gonna go live. We cutting the whole system down. That ain't right. Okay, they back up. It's back up. Hold up. Let me see if Bing gonna give me back that information. She did all that hard work she did this morning. She said, welcome back. I'm happy to help. Yeah, I need that information we just did. Bing. Preview. Uh-oh, here you go. There it is. It's still here. Ooh, she got pictures too. She didn't have pictures earlier. I might download them and send them to you. She had pictures. All right. So I asked, what is the etymology of locust? That's the first thing I did. What is the etymology? Sally Sue Serpent. Sally Sue! Greater light, Sally Sue Serpent Slayer. Good to see you, Sally Sue. All right. Look, so here, I asked, what is the etymology of locust? Y'all know I really don't like to read, but today I'm going to go ahead and do it. This is a long dialogue between Bing and I, but I want to find out what it is that government doing with locusts. The word locust has different origins depending on the meaning. Here are some etymologies. Locust as a type of grasshopper that forms large swarms, destroys crops, from Middle English locuste. 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 That sounds like one of them dances. A locuste. Not Loch Ness. Locuste, which was borrowed from Old French langouste, or Latin locusta, meaning both locust and lobster. Oh, so locust tastes like lobster, huh? I don't like lobster. Believe that. I don't like lobster. I grew up eating a lot of crabs, but I do not like lobster. But the Latin, I guess they ate both, and they say that locust and lobster is the same thing. Okay, the Latin word has no clear origin, but it may be related to lacerta, meaning lizard. Oh, okay, so locust for the Latin is closer to lizard than a lobster. And it says lizard or mackerel. And then she has a 1 here next to it. I'm not going to go any further. But are we talking Anunnaki lizards? Huh? Are we talking, is that what coming down to hurt people? I don't think so. Well, I don't know. If they don't have the love and light of God sealed on their forehead, you're gonna get stung and you're not gonna die. They ain't not coming to kill you. So don't think it's the end of the world, huh? It's not the end of the world. It's just the beginning. Anybody down with Ballot Biden and slithering tongue sliver Kamala in a demonology of democracy, huh? You probably will more than likely get stung up with the covenant that you decided that you was down with Ballot Biden them. You down with it, huh? Anyways, locust as a fruit or pod of the carob tree comes from a transferred use of the same word based on the resemblance of the pods of the insect. The Greek word for the insect, akris. Oh, that sounds like Christ. It got A-K, R-I-S, akris, akris. So the Greek word for the insect, akris, was also applied to the carob pods of the Levant, and that looks like Leviathan. It really does. It's spelled Levant, Levant. Oh, Copper Christ, me and Copper Christ doing some connection because I had no intention of seeing the word Leviathan, abyss, or none of that today. Locust as a type of tree or shrub, especially from the genera Robinia, Robin, like Robin Hood, IA, Robinia, and Gladitsia, Gled, the Gleditsia, is also based on the resemblance of the seed pods of the insect. So they didn't just go into the insect, they went into the seed and the pod of the insect. The tree sense of the originally, so now it's back to the trees. Wow, because there's been a major build on the trees, huh? The tree sense originally referred to the carob, and now I'm thinking Caribbeans, but it's spelled carob, the carob, C-A-R-O-B, tree. So it's the carob tree, which is likely a semantic loan from the ancient Greek akris. Wow. Salad soup. Eat not. the fruit of that tree. Eat not the fruit of that tree. Okay. Okay. Locust as the derogatory term for a mainlander in Hong Kong. So anybody who lived in the mainland of Hong Kong was called the locust. And it was a derogatory statement. Huh? And it was a clack of the Cantonese, which also means locust. Wong for Kung for. It's a Wong for Kung for. Wow. The term implies that mainlanders are invading and consuming Hong Kong resources like locusts. Oh, okay. That's the squatters. I think it goes deeper in that. I think it goes deeper than that, but I'm not going to go any deeper than I'm already. Okay. Now, I asked Bing to explain NASA's locust mission. So NASA's locust mission. I didn't know that NASA has a locust mission. I just took a chance and typed it. Honestly, I haven't been over to NASA like I used to do. I don't know if anybody remember the time that I was like into NASA hard, like just always on a site. But I decided to type in and see what type of experimentations that they're doing. So I said, explain NASA's locust mission. And she said the NASA locust mission, yep, they got one, is an initiative to use satellite data to help prevent and control locust outbreaks in Africa. Locusts are a type of grasshopper that can form large swarms and destroy crops, threatening the food security of millions of people. NASA-funded scientists are partnering with UN to relieve the organization relieve organizations to better understand where locusts are likely to swarm. Using remote sensing observations of the soil moisture and vegetation, researchers are tracking how environmental conditions influence locust life cycles and hoping to stop outbreaks before they spread. One of the challenges of locust control is to find and target the locusts at their early stages. So they're gonna try to locate locusts at their seed and pod stage. So if they're able to use the sensory system of a locust from their so-called satellite system and see them in their seed and pod stage, are they able to see our seed and pod stage and all the way within the woman's womb from their so-called research and development systems that they're saying they have? Dang. Okay, well, let me continue. One of the challenges of the locust control is to find and target the locusts at their early stages, when they are less mobile and easier to eradicate. So they want to be able to find and locate beings when they are even still and not moving, under mud, under soil. Maybe, maybe not. Who knows? I don't know. I'm just learning. When they are less mobile and easier to eradicate. NASA's Cyclone Global Navigation Satellite System, and it's called CYGNSS in the acronym Cygnus, like sickness, Cygnus. NASA's Cyclone Global Navigation Satellite System. Microsatellites can provide soil moisture estimates, which are important for locust egg laying and hatching. Dang. Vegetation data from other satellites can indicate the availability of food for the locusts and their migration patterns. By combining satellite data with information from ground Scientists can develop models and maps to predict and monitor locust activity and inform decision makers. The NASA locust mission is a part of SURVIVE. So it's an acronym, SURVIVE, but they don't have what the word means, so I'll probably look that up later. Maybe, maybe not. It's SERVIR, and it's capital, SURVIVE. Not server, but SURVIVE. A joint program between NASA and the U.S. Agency for International Development, USAID. Now, I've talked about USAID before, and I have went on their site and seen some of their research and development before. And I think some people thought I was being funny when I kept saying, well, you said, but that's the name of the agency. USAID, USAID. So they're in a collaboration, NASA and U.S. Agency for International Development, that uses satellite data to improve environmental decision making and developing nations. In developing nations. The mission aligns with NASA's vision to explore the unknown in air and space. I had to take a stop and just look up at the sky on that one right there. So, okay. All right, let me back up. The mission aligns with NASA's vision to explore the unknown in air and space, innovate for the benefit of humanity, and inspire the world through discovery. And then she puts a 3 right there. She puts a 3. So places where you can find this information being said would be the Earth Observatory.nasa.gov, space.com, and nasa.gov. And then I decided to ask her, explain NIST. And y'all know NIST is the National Standards of Technology, International Standards of Technology program. So I asked her explain their locus. I didn't put a T. I just put it LOCUS, research and development. So here's what she had to say. NIST is a National Institute of Standards and Technology, a federal agency that conducts research and develops standards for science and technology. So they're the ones that give the standards on what the world should be studying when it comes to humanity, space, Earth, and all that final frontier crap. NIST has several programs and initiatives related to locust research and development. So they got several studies, which I will explain below. She has the bullet, and it says one of the programs is OSAC, OSACH, Research and Development Needs, which identifies and shares, I wonder what the acronym means, I'm not going to look it up right now, which identifies and shares the research and development needs of forensic science community. They want to know how to lock you down. They are not going to be using them bracelets no more. I already told you. They've been past that stage, huh? A lot of the individuals that have been locked up recently have chips in them as trackers, just like they track the cats and the dogs. Your cat and dogs are on a GPS system. If you got them chipped, they're on a GPS system. So their first research and development with locusts have to do with the forensic science community. Whoa. But hey, if you living right, you don't have to worry about being locked down. And if you living in light and love and you got that seal, huh? That seal of light and love, you ain't gonna have to worry about whatever OSAC research, locust, and development that NIST doing. But hey, for those who want to change and convert and say, yes, I don't want to hate no more. I want to be love and light. Huh? We can change the world with love and light because it's already written. Huh? I want to be a part of it. I don't want to be stung for 5 months with whatever the government about to do. Anyway, which identifies and shares the research and development needs of forensic science community. One of the subcommittees under the program is biology subcommittee. Now, you know, on this forensic, and those who know about my case and me talking about me being innocent, I have to throw this in here. But again, something told me, go ahead and stay in this condition that I'm in. Don't go in there letting them try to, hypnotize me and brainwash me again, huh? Stay on out here until they decide to be transparent, because the truth is going to come to the light anyway, right? It's going to come to the light, huh? And this is my Father's world, and I feel free. I'm not bound, huh? I'm not captive, huh? I'm not held in bondage by none of they bonds and trusts, huh? No. So I'm good, huh? I'm telling you. That's how I feel. And I'm talking about to a point at 4 o'clock this morning, huh? I was looking out the window where I was with tears in my eyes, and I said, you know what, huh? I don't think I'm going to take these little offers that they got going on, because it's too much like them saying, you know, you can get this and we going to give it to you. But, you know, you're going to have to get on some medication, huh? And we going to have to put you back to sleep, huh? I'm not letting you, you're not going to take the seal and the light, because that medication, I know for sure, will have you passing out in the heat, huh? Passing out, huh? Having to go in and out of ER, huh? And I heard someone say, I don't remember who it was. I don't remember who I was listening to. They say, but now in these days and time, for those who are sealed with the love and light of God, if they get you behind them ERs, there's a chance you might not come back out, huh? I'm just saying. I'm just saying, that's what I heard. That don't make it true. And I do pray and send positivity to all those that are sick, and hoping that people don't have to be in and out of the ER and stuff. But they got some stuff planned, huh? Like I said, they follow in the scripture to a T, whether we want to believe it or not, huh? Okay, so one of the subcommittees under this program, Biology Subcommittee, which focuses on human forensic biology applications. One of the research and development needs identified by the subcommittee, applications of microbiome and DNA transfer and human identification. I told people, and I've said it on my live, and I just repeated it a few days ago. It's to the Navy veteran that I've been building with. So it's about 2 days ago, I said that real ID, they're not going to need paper and plastic anymore. They're not going to need that. The way they're transferring the information, it's going to be, they're going to identify who you are by your blood, by your body, by your chemical makeup, by your eye. All the stuff that we've seen in movies is happening. The phones have already taken and mainframed our eye when we look into the camera. When we're taking pictures and we're holding the phone up and we're looking at the sun and that little green light, and you keep seeing it move, it's not the phone, it's your eye, the focus, your eye focus. If you move your eye to the right, you'll see that light move to the right. They've already connected us to the system. A lot of people think that's an orb. No, that's your eye. Your eye. Hold your phone up to the sun or the sky and look at that light that moves as you move the phone. That's your eye focus that's moving. That's not an orb. It's not a lens error. It's your eye. So the system already has our IRA in the system. So back to this human identification. This needs aim to explore how microbiome, or the collection of microorganisms living in and on a person, can affect DNA transfer and identification in forensic cases. For example, locusts are known to have a diverse microbiome that can influence their behavior and physiology. So you notice that if you've ever studied or looked at National Geographics or some of these programs where you've seen how locusts move. Locusts will move and swarm together, something like some of the birds, but they'll fly and swarm together as a whole body, as one unit. And they're trained somehow to do that naturally. So if they could get humans to do that same thing, don't you think that's what they're going to do? Line up. Everybody get in a line in the program. Line up. And to be able to control humans from having their own moving their own way. And they're going to continue these studies in the prisons. Yeah, we need you to be able to, here, move your tray, go without any diversion, without somebody talking slick, so that they definitely got to start in the prison system first, right? Oh man, dang. So this could have implications for how locust DNA is transferred and detected in crime scene evidences. In crime scene, can a dummy greater light, Oh, the red squid X-Rep, don't you do that, I'm glad they over here. Greater light, can a dummy. Is it okay if I put a link about this tech? Yes. You got a wrench, right, can a dummy? It's okay. I might not click the link, but other people may. Of course, you can put a link in there. Thank you. Tell me what it is that you're putting in too, so I can I'll go ahead and look it up for myself too. So this could have implications for how locust DNA is transferred and detected in crime scene and evidence items. So that's the first study that NIST is doing with locusts. It's forensics. Here's another program, the National Strategic Overview for Research and Development Infrastructure. So now we're at the infrastructure, which provides a high-level landscape of federally supported research and development infrastructure in national priority areas. One of the priority areas is biological sciences, which covers topics such as biotechnology, biosecurity, biosurveillance, and bioinformatics. One of the policy or coordination objectives in this area is to enhance biosurveillance capabilities. This objective aims to improve the detection and monitoring and response to biological threats such as infectious diseases, invasive species, or bioterrorism. Locusts are considered a biological threat because they can cause massive crop damage, food insecurity, and disease transmission. Oh, I didn't know that. I didn't know that locusts to disease transmissions. That's something I'm just learning new. Therefore, enhancing biosurveillance capabilities could help prevent and control locust outbreaks by using satellite data, remote sensing, modeling, and forecasting tools. A third program in the research data framework, which is RADIF, capital R, capital D, lowercase a, capital F, which is an initiative to develop a framework for managing, sharing, and reusing research data across disciplines and domains. And y'all know when it goes into discipline, so they going from forensic infrastructure to discipline. Data quality, provenance, data curation. Oh, it sounds like they cooking up a meal. And data discovery. The RADF aims to address challenges and opportunities of research data in digital age, such as data, volume, variety, velocity, veracity, and value, and vulnerability. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 V's. So I'm thinking, hey, the 666, we got COVID. The V was a capital, the CO, the capital V. And in their research and development with these locusts, it's 6 V's. V. Okay. Volume, variety, velocity, veracity, value, and vulnerability. Locusts are a relevant example of the research data because they generate large amounts of data from various sources, such as field observations, laboratory experiments, genetic sequencing, and satellite imagery. The RADF could help improve quality, provenance, curation, and the discovery of locust data by providing standards, best practices, tools, service for data management. I hope this gives you an overview of NIST locust research and development. Thank you, Bing. That was very informative. Wow. Okay, so you put the link about this tech. Thank you. Thank you, Red. Dog. My bad. Canna dummy. No, please don't take that. No, it's just because I was talking about red squid earlier and you said squid there and right there. Where is Red Squid X, huh? He just disappeared. He just collected all his data and information and turning it into the government, huh? He done turned it all into the government. King Ellis, greater light to you, King Ellis. The L is. Where is Red Squid X, huh? I don't believe this. There's something not right, huh? It's something he done took how many years of research and development on his, who is in his chat, and he has gone and turned it in, huh, to Maryland. The Maryland government. The Maryland is their own government. You know that, right? They have a whole separate government away from the regular government. Okay, explain. I said, I didn't know that NOAA, I do know that they have this a satellite program for NASA. I learned that, but I didn't know that they had any type of locust study for the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, but I took my chances and I typed it in. I said, explain NOAA's locust research and development, Bing. And she gave me some pictures. And she said, the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, a federal agency that conducts research and development in various fields of science and technology, has several programs and initiatives related to locust research and development, which I will explain below. And then she starts with her bullet. And it says, one of the programs is NOAA's teams with the United Nations to create locust tracking applications, which uses NOAA's HISPLIT or HISPLIT. So it's an acronym called HISPLIT. HYSPLIT, capitalized. NOAA HISPLIT. Now I'm thinking Genesis. Noah HISPLIT. Copper Christ mentioned Noah's Ark in a briefcase. Noah's HISPLIT dispersion model to forecast and warned of locust swarms in Africa and Asia. Locusts are a type of grasshopper that can form large swarms and destroy crops, threatening the food security of millions of people. NOAA's high split model is designed to track air pollution from wildfires. Now, here comes the swarming out of the smoke. Wildfires, volcanoes, and industrial accidents. NOAA is studying locusts, but their high split program studies air pollution from wildfires, volcanoes, and industrial accidents. Now I'm thinking about Yellowstone again, because again, the most recent discovery with National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration is the mine of how much lithium is under Yellowstone. It's one of the biggest discoveries, according to them, in history as of this month, and maybe just as recent as last week. Now, of course, they knew that lithium was there, but when they lifted that federal Supreme Court, the federal protection, they were able to go ahead, because remember, these programs like NIST, they're not regulated by the government. They're unregulated programs. And in order for them to be able to have the authority that they want to control and use the land and their resources, they needed the government to lift. Dang, man. So that Supreme Court lift was not just about tribal land. It was about the research and developers being able to go in and do what they needed to do, and definitely allowing Elon them with their need for the lithium battery power to be able to go there and claim land or dig how they want to dig. Oh man, that's crazy. Hey, I'm just coming up with that. That just triggered. It just triggered. It's nothing that I had researched already. It's just coming together. Okay, so back to it. Y'all go ahead and hit that link that Canada Dummy put in. There's more research based on this information that I'm reading right here. Lithium to make dumbers. To make dumber. To make dumb, not being able to speak. I don't know. When they ring that phone, we'll find out. Ring my phone, operator. NOAA's high split model is designed to track air pollution, wildfires from volcanoes, and industrial accidents. But it can also be used to track locusts, which are passive flyers that drift with the wind. The web application allows United Nations Food and Agriculture Organization to run forecasts for multiple swarms at once and account for the times of day that locusts are most likely to fly. The FAO uses the forecast to inform local officials about where and when to conduct aerial spraying to reduce the impact of locusts. Another program is the National Strategic Overview of Research and Development Infrastructure, which provides high-level landscape for federally supported research and development infrastructure. Oh man, I just clicked out of something. Go back. Okay, here we go. Infrastructure, which covers topics of biotechnology, biosecurity, biosurveillance, and bioinformatics. I read this part already. One of the policy of coordination objectives in this area is to enhance biosurveillance capabilities. This objective aims to improve the detection, monitoring, and responds to biological threats such as infectious diseases, invasive species, or bioterrorism. Locusts are considered a biological threat because they can cause massive crop damage, food insecurity, and disease transmission. Therefore, enhancing biosurveillance capabilities could help prevent and control locust outbreaks using satellite data, remote sensing, modeling, and forecasting tools. A third program is Research Data Framework, which I read already. Hold up, let me scroll down. I hope this helps. Okay, yeah. That was just repetitive, redundant. I guess she wanted me to get it. Now I asked her to explain who locust research. And y'all know who is. The World Health Organization. I wanted to see if the World Health Organization have any locust studies going on. She said the WHO, the World Health Organization, is a specialized agency for the United Nations that is responsible for international public health. The WHO has some research activities related to locusts, which I will explain below. One of the activities is the WHO Pesticide Evaluation Scheme. The WHO Pesticide Evaluation Scheme. Scheming. What's that song, Scheming? And it the acronyms look like whoop, there it is. It's WHOPES. WHOPES. Whoop S. Whoop. What? Whoop. There it is. I guess. Which evaluates and tests public health impact, efficiency, and safety of pesticides used for vector and pest control. Now, I don't know if y'all remember, anyone remembers when I was saying that China was supposed to be over the summit of United States pest control. This is way after they pulled out from allowing China. And there's something else in Federal Register right now with China. As of today, tomorrow, there's something in there right now, but I don't want to focus on that right now. But China held and is over the pesticide control summit that they just recently had for U.S. pesticide control. Okay? Not Africa, not Australia, not Asia. China is in control and over U.S. pesticides. So, hey, back to who? Who says they evaluate and test the public health impact and safety of pesticides for vector pest controls. Locusts are a type of pest that can transmit diseases such as plague, anthrax, and So anthrax comes from locusts? Wow, see, I learned something else. I never could figure out where anthrax came from. So anthrax is created by locusts? That's crazy. That is crazy. So locust transmits diseases such as anthrax and fever to humans and animals. Wow. Therefore, WHOOPS provides guidelines and recommendations on the use of pesticide for locust control, such as the type, dosage, application method, and environmental impact of the chemicals. Wow, I'm just stuck there right now. Wow. Okay. All right. Oh, dang. Another activity is the WHO Collaborating Center for Research and Training in Plague and Other Bacterial Zombies. Oh, it says zoonosis, not zoonoses. Zoonoses. ZOONOSES, bacterial zoonosis, which is based on the Institute of Pasteur de Madagascar. I guess. This center conducts research and training on plague and other diseases that can be transmitted by locusts or other rodents and insects. The center also monitors and responds to outbreaks of plague and other zoonoses in Madagascar and neighboring countries. Another study that WHO is doing is called GOARN, capital GOARN. It is a network of over 200 partners that work together to identify, verify, and assess the response to public health emergencies in an international concern. Locust outbreaks can pose a threat to public health by causing food insecurity, malnutrition, displacement, and increased risk of disease. Therefore, GOARN supports the coordination, mobilization, resources, and expertise to assist affected countries in preventing and controlling locust-related health consequences. I hope this gives you an overview of WHO locust research. Again, I didn't know that WHO would be doing any research on locusts, but I just decided to take a chance and type it in. Now here I decided to ask about Elon Musk. Elon Musk with locust research. So I said, I know he was researching on pigs, but hey, he has access to research on all kind of stuff. And with this national 333 million phones going off October 4th, I just know it's all connected to something major. And according to Revelations, or September 9th in the Bible, September 9th out of Revelations, as long as you have the seal of light and love of God, you won't have to worry. But if you pass the message on to other people, the love and light message, so many people may not be affected. And I would suggest that maybe you turn your phones off October 4th, okay? Maybe. It wouldn't hurt just for one day to turn your phones off. Turn your phones and your TVs, because it says phones and devices. So car radios, especially the ones that's on satellite, people gonna be driving. I think that's very unsafe. Should everybody driving, and then all of a sudden they phone the car radio satellite just everybody? I don't know. I think they need to reconsider that. Neuralink is a company co-founded by Elon Musk that aims to develop brain-computer interface that can help people with neurological disorders and enhance human capabilities. Locusts are a type of grasshoppers that can conform to blah, 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 blah. Nope, I better read that, because it's not what she said earlier. Locusts are a type of grasshopper that can form large swarms and destroy crops, threatening the food security of millions of people. Neuralink has not publicly announced their research on locusts, but there are some possible connections between the two topics. One possible connection is that Neuralink may use locusts as a model organism to study how the brain processes sensory information and controls movements. Locusts have a relatively simple nervous system, but they can perform complex behaviors such as flying, swarming, and avoiding predators. They also have a remarkable ability to adapt to changing environments and stimuli. For example, locusts can switch from a solitary to a gregarious phase when they encounter high population density, which alters their appearance, behavior, and physiology. Oh, wow. Oh, yeah, I did know that. Okay. Understanding how locusts achieve these feats could inspire new designs and algorithms for Neuralink's brain implants and devices. Another possible connection is that Neuralink may use locusts as a source of biological material or inspiration for technology. So I wonder, when they produce anthrax, and anthrax is produced by locusts, do they take and crunch up the locusts? I mean, because you know how they use bugs for makeup and stuff like that? You know, they take certain bugs and they use them for the dye out of the, and people put it on their faces. But with anthrax, which, as I remember, when anthrax was it made such a scare, but that just came from them crushing up locusts. That something ain't right about that to me. But for instance, locusts have elastic protein called resilin, that allows them to jump long distances and withstand high mechanical stress. Resilin could be used as a biometric material for Neuralinks implantable electrodes or threads, which need to be flexible and durable. Locust also has specialized sensory organs called tympanal ears. Tympanal ears that can detect sound waves and vibrations. Tympanal ears could be used as a model for the Neuralink's acoustic sensors or actuators. No, aquators. Oh, now I'm thinking about Copper Christ again. Aquators, which could enable communication or stimulation of the brain through sound. The third possible connection is that Neuralink may use locusts as a target or application of its technology. Locusts are considered a major pest and threat to global food security, especially Africa and Asia. Neuralink's technology could potentially be used to monitor, control, and manipulate locust swarms by interfacing with their brains. So if they can interface and interlock with the brain of an insect like a locust, whew. For example, Neuralink could use wireless implants or devices to track the location, movement, and behavior of individual locusts or groups of locusts. Neuralink can also use the electrical stimulation and modulation capabilities to alter the neural activity or gene expression of locusts, which could affect their phase, transition, aggregation, flight, or reproduction. Back to the seeds and the pods. Neuralink could also use its artificial intelligence or machine learning techniques to predict or prevent locust outbreaks by analyzing environmental data or locust patterns. These are some hypothetical scenarios how Neuralink and locusts could be related. However, there is no evidence that Neuralink is currently conducting any research on locusts or has any plans to do so in the near future. Neuralink's main focus is on developing its technology for human applications. Okay. 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 Where was I? Human applications, especially for people with paralysis and neurological disorders. Neuralink has also faced some controversies and challenges regarding the animal testing practices, which have resulted in federal investigations and employee complaints. Therefore, it is unlikely that Neuralink will then venture into locust research at any time soon, because they are already all into the human brain, huh? Thank you, Canada. You said great sound and connection. I heard Cacas here this year. Oh, the ones that come every 7 years? Apparently they stay in the ground for, it's 17 years. There's a guy yesterday, he was making a cricket sound. And I heard it the other night when we were in the shelter for the hurricane. And I kept hearing a cricket. I saw a cricket earlier that day. And somebody told me that was my imagination. I said, no, but then that night I kept hearing a cricket. And then yesterday he showed that that was him. And he literally, I never heard a human that could sound so much like a cricket, but he does it. And he throws people off. He said he had some of his jobs, the people would be looking from all over, calling pest control to find the cricket in the building, and it was him the whole time. I said, Tom, don't do that anymore. Okay, my battery about to die, so I'm going to read maybe one more. Like I said, we had a long dialogue. She did a lot of information. Oh, this is the last one. Okay, so I asked her, explain National Labs. Now, y'all know who National Labs is. National Labs is United States, definitely United States research and development that has been connected through IBM, Microsoft, all the way from the 1800s in the early 1900s. They are the same national labs that works with CERN, that the standards for CERN and all these other technology capabilities that they're running up with now. So National Labs, you can type in for yourself, go to National Labs and know that a lot of the research and development is conducted by National Labs under CHIPS.ACT law and patient waiver and PCAS. They are making it where the government is letting you know, hey, we're going to continue researching, but we need this waiver from the people so that you can't come back later on and blame us for anything and say and hold us accountable, because it is research and development. There's a waiver out to be signed by the end of the year, or comment from, people. But here, National Labs are a network of research and development institutions that are funded by the United States Department of Energy. If you've followed me or listened to any of my lives within the past year, I went over this over and over again, right? So doe deer, a female deer, research and development of a drop of golden sun from National Labs and other federal agencies. They conduct scientific research and innovation in various fields such as energy, environment, and national security and health. Locusts are a type of grasshopper that can form large swarms and destroy crops, threatening the food and security of millions of people. Locusts are also a source of biological data and materials that can be used for various applications. Therefore, national labs have research and development activities related to locusts, which I will explain below. One of the national labs have a locust research and development in Pacific Northwest National Laboratory, which is located in Richland, Washington. PNLL has a program called Bio-Inspired Design and Process, which aims to create novel materials and devices by mimicking biological systems and processes. One of the projects under the program is locust-inspired chemical sensors, which uses locust antennae, the antennas of the locust, as a model for developing high sensitive and selective sensors for detecting explosives, drugs, or other chemicals. PNL researchers have studied how locusts can detect and discriminate complex odors using their olfactory receptors and neural circuits. They have developed synthetic materials that can mimic the structure and function of locust antennas, such as carbon nanotubes and polymer films. Another national lab that has locust research and development is Oak Ridge National Laboratory, which is located in Oak Ridge, Tennessee. Oak Ridge National Labs has a program called Bioenergy Technologies, which aims to develop sustainable, cost-effective biofuels and bioproducts from biomass resources. One of the projects under the program is locust biomass conversion. Wow. Which explores the potential of using locusts as a feedstock for producing biofuels and bioproducts. Oak Ridge National Labs researchers have investigated how locusts can convert plant biomass into high-value compounds, which such as proteins, lipids, and chitin. I don't know what chitin is, but I'll look it up maybe. I don't know. They have also developed methods for harvesting, processing, and converting locust biomass into bio-oil, biodiesel, biogas, or other products. But then didn't they say that locust creates disease like Q fever and anthrax? Oh, well, okay. The third, let's listen to the bell ring. Ring my bell, ring my bell, ring a ring a ring my bell, ring my bell. I'm letting you listen to it, Canada Dummy, since you say you like the bells. Okay, my battery about to die, so let me hurry up. A third national lab that has locust research and development is Sandia National Laboratories, which is located in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Now I'm thinking, dog, like Mad Max Young Thunderdome type stuff. Just then. Albuquerque, New Mexico, and Livermore, California. So Sandia National Labs has a program called Biological and Material Science Center, which conducts research on biological systems and materials for national security applications. One of the projects under this program is locust flight control, which uses locusts as a model for developing autonomous aerial vehicles and drones. The researchers have studied how locusts can fly in complex environments and coordinate with other locusts in swarms. They also develop microelectrodes that can interface the locust brain and control their flight behavior by simulating their neurons. Wow. I hope this gives you an overview of National Labs Locust Research and Development. Thank you, Bing, very much. And I can't believe I did all that reading. I'm getting a little better, huh? I'm getting a little better. I don't know if it's all this sunlight. I don't know if it's me walking around in the grass. I don't know. Remember I told y'all I was limping? I don't limp no more. I've been limping for over a year and a half, maybe 2, almost 3 years. I'm not limping. I'm not limping anymore. But this message was brought to you by Revelations 9. You can read Revelations 9, and I'm trying to figure out what this locust thing is all about. And I appreciate you being here with me, Canna Dummy. And Canna Dummy said all of Red Squid X refugees. They're not refugees, huh? But they do represent Red Squid X, Sally Sue Serpent Slayer. Woo! Yolanda. King Ellis. Where is Red Squid X? Who else came by? It was London McLovin. Greater light, y'all. I appreciate you being over here. I'm not saying I'm not going to come back live later. But what I think the most important thing or message that I wanted to leave is there's a seal, and I believe that seal is light and love, huh? Light and love, because they want to dim the light, huh? They want to dim the love, the more hatred and diversities and diversion that they create, especially Kamala Kaka, Slytherin Shiva, Red Critical Tongue, and Biden Balak, Joseph Kane. As much as they can do it as quickly as possible, they're gonna do it, and that's what they're doing. They're playing out Revelation, but love and light can conquer all of that, huh? That's how I feel. That's my opinion, and I know that my opinion matters now. I remember being in the community, they say, your opinion don't matter, huh? Yeah, my up onions matter, huh? And it's smelly, huh? I'm going to be chopping up my up onions so that the tears can well up in your eyes and you can, the film will be removed and you can see that light and love is what we need, huh? That's it, right? What the world needs now. Greater light. Thanks for coming by and thanks for dropping that link, Canada dummy. I'm here in Livermore. Those drones are everywhere over there. Greater light. Try to figure out about turning off our phones on October 4th, you know. All right, Yolanda. Greater light.